wanted to invite you to hang out with me and to see how this works. This is my first time going live, and so I just wanted to kind of try it out. I'm staying in today, and it's a Saturday night, and I was going to work on some video editing and stuff, but I was having some issues uploading some of my footage to my computer, and then I started writing a script for an upcoming video that I wanted to do, and I was feeling a little bit blocked by that, and I kind of wanted to try something really organic, something that wasn't really prepared, and just to be here with you guys. And also to answer any questions in case you had any. So one of the topics that I had in mind to talk about, sorry about the noise, is creating definitions in your life that can ultimately change your reality. So it sounds kind of out there and kind of complex to understand, but what I'm talking about is really defining the critical things in your life, what you value and what you spend most of your time doing, and defining what those things mean for you. I think a lot of times we're sort of on autopilot. We're just going with our routines, and we're not really stepping back and thinking about what these things mean to us, what our daily routines, work, fun, what do those things really mean for us? And I think when we begin to get clear about that, we can gain more direction in the way that we'd like to go, and just overall clarity. And clarity is super important for a lot of things. So I have been having some major trouble getting productive, and I've kind of talked about and given tips in my channel, and some of that has worked, but it's been sort of unsustainable. Like, I'll get moments where I am super productive and on it, to the point where I'm like isolating myself and I'm not really hanging out with my friends, and I'm sort of just on my own grind, and that can be super lonely, as you can imagine. So I do want to seek for this sort of balance in my life, and I am still, kind of figuring that out for myself. So if you guys have any tips, please share them. But something that I did find super useful lately is defining what work meant for me and trying to figure out why I've been struggling with being productive. And I think it's because I associate work with something that's boring. I associate work with something that's hard. I associate work with something that we don't want to do. And this is because that's sort of been the way that I viewed work for a long time. I haven't really, when we're talking about like actual work, like what I do now, I'm like a receptionist at a co-working space, and it has so many, there's so many great things about my job, but it's not my dream job. And I've been put in that position a lot where I'm doing something that's not totally what I want to do. So I just think of it as not being fun, sort of being like a waste of my time, which is sort of like this bad attitude. And when it comes to doing my own personal work, and some of that is doing these videos, and some of that is working on my coaching program and getting my business started. Those things for me are work too. I do take them seriously, but I'm having the same association. I am thinking of work as this hard, treacherous, boring thing, and it's no wonder that I don't want to do it. And so I kind of had to reframe what work meant for me and how I want to show up, because I want to show up in a way that I'm having fun, and I want to show up in a really joyous way, in a way that I am present in the moment. And if I feel like I'm bored, I'm not going to be that. I'm just going to be zoned out. I'm going to be kind of upset. whatever it is. So I really had to define, what do I want work to mean, and start changing my reality around it. And I will go ahead and read you guys what I came up with for my work definition. And this might sound like sort of out there. I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable about sharing it, but I just thought I would share my own personal definition and just encourage you guys to come up with your own, because it's actually pretty fun. So for me, I came up with this definition, and it's really something that I want to hold dear in my heart. So it's, work is the way that I express my purpose in life. When I'm working, I'm in flow with God and the universe. I'm a vessel for my greater purpose. Work is done easily through me. I don't have to think about it too much. It just comes as long as I show up. All I have to do is clear space and be ready to receive, transmit, and add my personal twist, which is a touch of my personality. Work is easy and incredibly fun. I feel lucky that I get to create so many amazing things alongside God. I know that what I create will help or inspire others, and that brings breath and vitality to the process. It allows me to let go of my mind and my ego, to be free, to dance with the energy that flows through me, and to be a participant and observant of the process as it unfolds. So I really want work to be something that is easy for me, and something that is having this like flow where I just really have to show up and it just happens. It's not this like treacherous process. It's this like process of co-creation with, let's say, God. And that can mean so many different things. I don't want you guys to be like put off by that term. You can call it whatever you want. The universe, creativity, whatever it is, but just being in flow with something that is greater than me, and just being a vessel for it. You know, like when I do creative work, such as writing poetry, which I've been struggling with lately, but in my better times, it was this process where it felt like I wasn't even writing the poems. They were just being written through me. And I would even be like impressed at the end of it sometimes, where I'm like, whoa, that was pretty good. And that wasn't coming from a place of like ego. It was just coming from a place of being amazed by what I can do when I get out of my head. Um, and yeah, I want to bring that sort of creative energy into all the work that I do, whether it's showing up for my job as a receptionist, whether it's showing up as a coach, or showing up and doing something that I really love, that's like really creative. I want to show up the same in all these different types of work that I do. And that is in a way that is present and that is fun. So I realized that that was one of the reasons that I've been really blocked and haven't been super productive, is that, you know, I had a bad association with what work meant for me, and I didn't want to be part of that. I really want to live a super fun life. I don't want to do anything that's boring. And I know that might be kind of unrealistic. We all have to do boring things from now and then, some mundane things. But overall, I really want my life to be full of passion, and I really want to carry that with me as much as possible. And I've been having some guilt around how much fun I've been having lately. And that's one of the reasons I haven't been super on top of everything, is because I've really been living my life. I've been socializing, I've been going out, and I realized that I had to change also how I viewed fun, so that I didn't have this guilt around it, because I don't think I should. I think I should just enjoy it. And so I came up with my own definition of fun, because the word fun, I think it can be really shallow. Like, I don't mean that I'm just like on this surface level all the time and just like laughing and like partying and blah, 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 which is like all great. But fun for me means something much, much deeper. And it can actually totally coincide with work and with my everyday. And so I had to create my own definition around that. And I'll just read that to you guys. Fun is being present. It means experiencing what is in the most full of ways. It means being alive and having an eminent joy and gratitude for this experience, no matter what I'm going through. Fun is showing up energetically. Fun is being in flow with life. Fun is connectivity. Fun is laughter. Fun is the way my soul walks through the world. I said connectivity, really funny. I still say it funny. But basically, fun is how like I said, how my soul walks through the world. And I think it's so much deeper when I give it my own definition, and it allows me to experience it all the time if it's something really meaningful for me, instead of having this like really shallow kind of party connotation. It has this connotation of like really wanting to be in the moment and really just being my personality and who I am. And it's something that I can't separate myself from. And therefore, it's always there and it's always available for me. And I think that's super cool. And another thing that I've been having a hard time with is trying to get a routine for myself and trying to meditate and bring meditation into a daily practice, because I've heard so many good things about it and all the benefits. And I have had periods where I meditate for like 5 minutes a day. And it's been super useful. I would say that even just doing those 5 minutes a day has given me more clarity and more of a connection to my higher self. And when I say my higher self, I mean just like a wisdom that it's always available, but I'm just not always available to listen to it unless I really quiet my mind. And I think meditation helps me with that. And when I meditate, what I do is I focus on my breathing. I try and breathe really deeply. And I'm able to bring that into my day to day. Like if I'm feeling a little anxious or stressed out, I just take a deep breath, and it's amazing the wonders that that'll do. But anyway, so I do want to kind of have more of a meditation practice and more of a routine in my life so that I can just accomplish more. So I had to create my own definition around that, because I feel like routines are also sort of boring. That's how I felt. Like I feel like I'm this person that really wants to be free, really loves being spontaneous, and to think of having a routine is a little bit like, that kind of takes the fun out of life. I don't want my like every day to look the same. I want every day to be like this sort of spontaneous adventure. And so, but I also know the benefits of having routines and those tools that kind of help you stay grounded. So I created a definition for routine or routines, which is: routines are practices that nourish me and help me create a home within myself, wherever I am or whatever my schedule may look like. They are tools to create peace, grounding, and connectivity to my higher self. Routines are always available. Whenever I need them, I can pick them up. They carry no judgment, are flexible, and tailor-made for me, however I show up at each moment. So, again, I can't say the word connectivity. But anyways, so how I want to think of routines is as tools that I have, and I can pick them up whenever I want. Let's say meditation is a routine that I can kind of, do on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. Always meditate. And meditation's always going to be there for me. And it has no judgment. It doesn't care how I do it. And so it's just something that has no judgment. It's just made for me to keep me grounded and there whenever I need it, and grounding, and it connects me to my higher self. And routines, they're always going to be available. They're not going anywhere. I don't have to create a big drama if I forget to do them for a couple days. and they're reliable in that way. They're also tailor-made for me, which means that I don't have to do my routines in any particular way. I just have to do them in a way that works for me. And I think I really get caught up in that sometimes. I hear about a lot of spiritual people have these morning routines and like from them. And sometimes I don't have time to do a morning routine, or I don't feel like doing a morning routine. And just like letting myself be okay with that. And maybe I can have an evening routine on tomorrow, I can do a morning routine. So just really allowing it to be super tailor made, make it a lot more pleasurable and a lot less judgmental. So I think I'm afraid to create a routine in my life is because I feel like it has to be done a certain way. And um, because I associate it with being repetitive and boring. But hey, when I create these definitions, it's all up to me. So that's really cool. And the last definition that I made was for meditation. Like I explained to you guys, I haven't really made it a daily practice or anything, something that I want to have a better relationship with. And one of also like same as routine, the reason that I haven't really done it so much is because I feel like it has to be done a certain way. And I'm not allowed to have thoughts, and I need to either, focus on my breathing, or I need to have my eyes closed. I need to have my legs crossed. There are all these rules that I feel like I will mess up, and it makes me just shy away from it. And I think maybe that's something also that I don't like is having something that kind of discipline about it. Something turns me off about that. So I created my own definition for meditation, which is meditation is coming into presence with what is, my surrounding environment and inner world. It is the ability to tune into my senses and create space for higher wisdom. It's when I bring awareness to the present moment. It's always available to me and doesn't require anything but my attention. It's a God-given right, natural and essential to my being. And what I really liked about that definition, the part that's my favorite is that it doesn't require anything but my attention. That makes meditation to me sound so much more simple. All I have to do is pay attention, because that's what it's about, right? It's bringing awareness to what's going on up here and what's going on with your body and what's going on with the moment. And I can do that anywhere, anytime. And it just gives me a lot more room to play with it and breathe and make it my own. And I think something that I love to do is go on walks, and that could be a way that I meditate. That's my thing. So right now, I'm really in this, feeling this need to personalize everything in my life so that it can be more fun and joyous, and so that I can bring awareness to the concepts that I've been kind of struggling with. So I would, I don't know, just like to present that idea to you guys for you to create definitions about some things that you're struggling with and see where there is room to make it your own and to make it less judgmental and to make it fun. So it could be anything for you guys. Maybe you could think about your values, what you value. Like for me, that one of those things was fun. Or you could think about something that you're not really enjoying right now, which for me was work. I kind of turned it on its head and created a definition that was fun and that makes me excited about working. And to me, this is one of the things that I consider work, because I really do want to grow my channel and connect with you guys. And I know that that requires for me to show up. And I haven't been showing up because I'd been associating work with something that was unpleasant. And now just doing this like live stream, this is something that's fun for me and that's in the moment, and it's not like super calculated. It's not boring, and I'm really enjoying it. So thank you for being a part of this. Yeah, this was fun. Have a great night, guys.